Hi guys, welcome to MetroLens. My name is Clement. In this video, we'll be looking at the top 10 weakest currency in Africa. I will blend my content with Pidgin English and English because I want to drive home the message so that the average Nigerian or the average African man will understand, because I know say they affect everybody for Africa. So that is why we want to look at the country where their currency no get power at all. No get power means say their exchange rate with the United States dollar is very, very high. Is it very low now? Be very high. Well, it depends on how you are looking at it. But before I dive in, I just want to give you some illustration of how much it costs to buy some things in Nigeria. So I'll be bringing two commodity or two items. For instance, you see, we get egg here, right? When President Goodluck Jonathan was in power, we buy this. Like this, we give you 5 of this. This is 15 naira, right? This one will give you 5 of this. At a point, you can now buy 30 naira. Will give you this. Like 2 of this is 30 naira. Yes, there was a time during Goodluck time when 2 eggs, 30 naira. Yes, 2 eggs, 30 naira. In fact, there was a time when 50 naira will give you 3 eggs. During Goodluck Jonathan's time, there was a time when 50 naira will give you 3 eggs. Now, fast forward to today, we buy 1 now for 300 naira. This is 50 naira, 50 naira, 200 naira for one. For one. To tell you how weak the currency is, right? So, having said that, so now that you understand, let me bring this one here. During Goodluck Jonathan time, we used to buy, with 50 naira, you can get 10 of this. With 50 naira, you can get 10 of this. I've not seen 5 naira for a very long time. In fact, the last time I saw 5 naira in circulation was during the time of Goodluck Jonathan. Now, you cannot see 5 naira currency in the market. There is no change of 5 naira anymore. And there was a time when you can use 5 naira. You would just call somebody that is selling pure water on traffic and you say, give me pure water. You give him 5 naira or 10 naira, he will give you change of 5 naira. But now, you need, with 50 naira, you will buy 2 of this. With 50 naira, you are buying 2 of this, right? That means 1 is 30 naira. They will give you change, but because they don't want to sell 1, they will force you to buy 2 for 50 naira on traffic. Go to the shop. That is how it is. By the way, I'm speaking from Port Harcourt, so that is how it is in Port Harcourt. So now that you understand this, right, this is just the common thing that we consume in Nigeria. You can imagine how much it will cost to buy a cup of rice. A cup of rice now, the list is 500 naira. There is a cup of rice of 600 naira, of 700 naira. Cup of rice. During Goodluck Jonathan time, we usually buy a cup of rice for 30 naira, 25 naira. 30 naira, 25 naira. But now a cup of rice is 600 naira, 500 naira, 700 naira. A cup of beans is still within 500 naira, 600 naira, 700 naira for a cup of beans. You understand? So I just want you to understand this. And then now let's dive into the top 10 weakest currency in Africa. Currency when no get power in Africa. So let's get right into it. At number 10, we have Ghana Cedi. The Ghana Cedi is trading at 15 Cedi to $1 to $1. Despite Ghana's growing economy, inflation and reliance on imported goods keep the Cedi under pressure. It's a reminder of how global trade impacts local wallets. At number 9, we have Nigeria Naira. Chairman, you there, yo. Number 9. So the Nigeria Naira with an exchange rate of roughly 1,400. You go need 1,000 Naira. And for almost 500 naira, 1,480 naira. So this is 1,000, this is 1,000, 1,002, 1,004, 1,050 naira, 1,500 naira. That is what the Nigeria currency is trading at $1. Africa's largest economy is grappling with forex shortage and inflation around 20%. Nigerians are feeling the pinch, especially at the pump price. When Goodluck Jonathan was there, we were buying fuel at 87 naira. 87 naira. Yeah, that is the highest, I think, before he left office. Now, as I speak with you, did they use fuel do us kalo? Did they use fuel do us kalo? Now, waiting then like they say for us. If you wake up tomorrow, they will sell 1 liter for 1,500. Of course, we've bought it before. I have bought fuel 1 liter for 1,700 under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So they fit just wake up anytime and sell fuel for us above 1,000 naira. Currently, it's been sold for 910 naira, 920 naira, or thereabouts. Depends on where you are buying from. So our currency is heavily dependent. Sorry, our consumption in this country. You see all these things. You see all these things. It's heavily dependent on the consumption of fuel. If you meet them and you say, why is it expensive? They will tell you, say, fuel don't cost. Everything we buy in Nigeria is dependent of fuel. So the next one is the Uganda shilling. Uganda shilling. The Uganda shilling is traded at 3,700 to one United States dollar. Political stability has helped Uganda, but import dependency keep the shilling weak. Imagine how much those imported smartphones cost locally. Wow. Of course, I can imagine. I can imagine how much when they buy egg. I can imagine how much when they buy egg for them now. On the next one, we have the Burundian franc. The Burundian franc is currently traded at 2,900 to $1. Political changes and limited export makes it tough for the currency to gain ground. Political. You see, did you see the common factor why these currencies are weak? The leaders you vote into power, they don't get brain. Number 6 is the Tanzanian shilling. The Tanzanian shilling is currently traded at 2,700 shilling to $1 USD, to $1 United States dollar. Tourism and mining helped, but inflation and a trade deficit keeps the shilling on these lists. Number 5, we have the Mozambique Metical The Mozambique Metical is currently trading at 65 to 1 USD. Natural gas projects are promising, but debt and inflation keep weighing on the currency. At number 4, we have the Malagasy Ariary. That is the Madagascar, right? So the Malagasy Ariary is currently trading at 4,600 to 1 USD. This island nation's isolation and reliance on agriculture makes its currency vulnerable. At number 3, we have the Guinean franc. The Guinean franc is currently trading at 8,657 naira to 1 United States dollar. Despite rich mineral resources, economic mismanagement and inflation keeps this currency weak. Political. Bad leaders in power. At number 2, we have the Sierra Leone Lone, which is currently trading at 20,969 to 1 USD. So you go need to carry this Sierra Leone currency now, put it inside big bag. Put they can buy 1 USD. You can imagine how much they will use to buy bread. They get one bread what they buy for 1,900. So if the Nigeria currency now, oh Jesus. If the Nigeria currency now, let me say, I can't get like 20, let's say almost 27,000 naira. Almost 27,000 naira. I go carry it can be maybe 100 naira. Hey, I go carry from inside bag, go buy bread. If Nigeria won't get to this point. Now to my number 1. Now before I tell you number 1, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Of course, if you are in Africa, tell us about your currency. Make we know how much you dey carry go market. If not for Ghana must go, you dey put them on for big bag. You dey put and go buy food. Let's know. So at number 1, we have the Tomé and Príncipe Dobra. Now it's currently being traded at 21,175 to, that is in their currency, to 1 United States dollar. These small island nations, tiny economy, and heavily depend on import reliance make the Dobra the weakest on the continent. So in other words, what they make this currency they weak is because these people are heavily dependent on imported goods. The African countries whose currency are weak are heavily dependent on imported goods. So what it simply means is them know they produce, but then they chop. They know they produce, but then they chop. They depend on people where they produce for them to chop. And that is what it is even in Nigeria. In Nigeria, I would say a lot of us are producing these days, but guess what? The farmers are being paid in their farm. Farmers no longer go to farm to cultivate crop. Because if they go, some persons will go to the farm and buy them. And because of that, we have food shortage in Nigeria and so many other factors that will make food that will bring in food shortage. And I want to believe that this is intentional, this is deliberately done, because when you are producing, those who have the money to import, you are removing them out of business. So they will look for a way to stay in business by causing chaos in the country so that they can have money, hold on to things and all that. So now you understand. In other words, if we want to have strong currency, we need the strong will of the government. We need the government that will come and make decision that will make our country currency to be very strong. Until then, so guys, let me know what you think about this. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Share this video with someone that needs to see it as well. Bye for now. See you in my next video.